opportunities, achievement, and community for all. And our mission to support that vision is that the School District of Milton, in partnership with our community, prepare our students for achievement and lifetime readiness by providing opportunities for all. And on that note, we will call to order the Board of Education meeting for Monday, the 13th of May. This is a couple minutes tardy, but we're off and going. Please join me in a salute to the flag. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. All right, Mr. Donovan, are you aware of any changes we need to make to the agenda?
There are no changes to the agenda. There was a change in the staffing report and update, but the new staffing report is included in board docs.
I'll make a motion to approve the agenda as presented.
Second.
Thank you. Rick's motion is seconded by Jen to approve the agenda. Questions from anyone? All in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? That clearly passes. The minutes are in board docs for all of you to review from our previous meeting. Go ahead, I'm sorry.
It's okay. I'll move to approve the minutes for the regular meeting held on April 22nd, 2024 as presented. I'll second.
Jen's motion is seconded by Annette to approve our previous meeting minutes. All in favor, say aye. Aye. Opposed? I should have asked for any dissension, but we're good. Minutes are fine. The financial report, or actually the action on vouchers.
I'll make a motion to approve general checking account vouchers totaling $804,882.05.
I'll second.
Thank you. That was Rick's motion, seconded by Tracy to approve our checking account vouchers in the amount that he enumerated. Does anyone have questions on those? And then all in favor of approval, please say aye.
Aye.
And opposed? And we're good on vouchers. We have had no one sign up for public comments, so we will dispense with that and take us to the superintendent update, Rich, and Red Hawk highlights.
Yeah, this time of year, there's always a lot happening in all of our schools and across our school districts. So I want to highlight some different things that are going on since our last meeting. At Milton High School, we had our senior academic and career planning presentations. As you probably know, every senior, as part of their graduation requirements, completes a academic and career plan that they work on throughout their academic career. The class of 2024 presented theirs over the last week, marking the culmination of their years of preparation. So I want to thank everyone that was involved in that, both in the prep work, and the prep work literally begins as students are in elementary school. So all of the teachers throughout the years that our senior class has, the students do a great job putting those together, and then we bring in a lot of community members to help with the academic and career planning presentations. So kudos to everyone that's involved in those. This Wednesday, so in 2 nights, is Scholarship Night at Milton High School. Again, another great community event. So congratulations in advance to all of the scholarship recipients, and a thank you to the community members and local businesses that sponsor scholarships. Their generous support of our graduating Red Hawks really assists them in their post-graduation plans. This past week was Staff Appreciation Week, so we celebrated our outstanding and dedicated staff over the week. I want to thank families, parent groups, student organizations, community members for the things that they did for our staff throughout the week. Then one student highlight, we had a number of students across multiple grade levels take part in the Delta Kappa Gamma literacy competition. Last week was the regional competition, and if you finished, if you placed there, you had an opportunity to advance to the state level. So I'm going to highlight some students, some authors and illustrators for this literacy competition who competed and placed at this regional event that celebrates creative writing and illustration. Emerson Hefty is a 4th grader that finished 1st place. Also 4th grader Maddie Hahn finished in 2nd place. 2 5th graders placed. Evan Sheeter was 2nd place, and Claire Kettner received honorable mention for unique format. 6th grader Sophia Kelly finished in 2nd place. 7th grader Fiona Penny finished in 1st place with 1 compilation and honorable mention for colored pencil illustrations. And 7th grader Lucy Normington finished in 2nd place. And we had one student that advanced to the state. Claire Wipes is a 6th grader, finished 1st place locally and finished 2nd place across the whole state. So congratulations to all of those students for the literacy competition. Devin Calvert, an art educator at Harmony and Consolidated Elementary Schools, was recently notified that he is the Wisconsin Art Education Association Elementary Art Teacher of the Year for the state of Wisconsin. So a very prestigious honor for Mr. Calvert, and we congratulate him for his exceptional talent and dedication and the impact that he has on budding artists across our school district. Also want to congratulate Aiden Sinclair over his career. He's had a lot to be congratulated for. Definitely one of the best high school wrestlers in the history of the state of Wisconsin. So 3-time Wisconsin State Wrestling Champion. He was recently notified that he received the National 2024 Dave Schultz High School Excellence Award. It's awarded to 1 high school wrestler across the entire country. That award comes from the National Wrestling Hall of Fame, and it honors a student athlete who stands out for their excellence in wrestling, scholastic achievement, citizenship, and community service. So going above and beyond what's happening on the wrestling mat. So congratulations to Aiden on that incredibly prestigious honor. A couple of events that are coming up over the next few days. The Northside track meets are taking place this week at Anderson Field at the high school. They have different times for different grade levels, so I'm not going to list all the different times, but if you're interested in attending those, you can reach out to the team at Northside and they can give you more information about when those are taking place. There's the Unity track meet on May 24th at Anderson Field, and that's an inclusive track event for students from the middle school and the high school. So we invite community members and staff members, board members to join us in supporting and encouraging our athletes.
All right, any other questions for Rich? Certainly lots to be proud of across our district. All right, we'll move on. 3 is an HR committee report, and we will let Rick guide us through what they have been up to.
Okay, thanks, Joe. The HR committee met back on May 1st. First item on the agenda is discussion on the 2024-25 professional staff FTE baseline. The administrative team has had ongoing discussions on the preliminary budget for the coming year and working to align staff with enrollment. But at this time, the district is continuing to monitor enrollment numbers, and we will bring this agenda item back for discussion and possible action later in June or July. So this is just FYI tonight, no action be taken on this. So stay tuned, more information. Questions about that one? Okay, next up is discussion and possible action on the 2024-25 notice of individual contract renewal letters. There are some attachments and board docs for this, and the state mandated deadline for issuing contract renewal letters to teaching staff is May 15th. For 24-25, the Board of Education will issue contract renewal letters for employment to all current teachers who have not yet retired or resigned. When base wage bargaining is completed, contracts will be brought to the board for review, and upon approval, contracts including the new salary and assignment will be shared with the staff. In board docs is a copy of the letter, a list of all the staff receiving those letters, and the current salary matrix. Any questions about that?
Are there any of those attachments that folks want Carly to pull up on the screen? All of those have been available in board docs. It's a similar process to what we've used in the past, and brought this as an action item.
This is all current staff except for those that have resigned
Or retired?
or retired. Based on staffing.
Yes.
That is correct.
I'll move to approve the 24-25 notice of individual teacher contract renewal letters and the 24-25 listing of active teachers effective July 1st, 2024 as presented.
Okay, Tracy's motion, seconded by Jennifer, as you just heard. Are there questions on it?
Just a clarity question. Are the letters distributed or still distributed?
They're not yet distributed. As soon as board approves them, that's what we'll be doing tomorrow.
Just some tennis shoes?
I'm sorry?
Should I buy you some tennis shoes?
Absolutely. You're running all over the place.
Questions from anyone else? All right, motion on the floor to approve the individual teacher contract renewal letters and listing of active teachers effective July 1st as presented. All in favor of approval, please say aye.
Aye.
And opposed? That clearly passes. Roll on here.
Okay, well, also next is discussion of possible action of the 2024-25 HRA prescription drug reimbursement. The HR payroll and business office team began working on transferring Flex, HRA, HSA, and COBRA benefits to Employee Benefits Corporation. It was discovered that the current HRA prescription drug reimbursement process would not seamlessly transfer to EBC. Their automated system lacks the capability to identify the tiered classification of drugs and simultaneously reimburse both as a percentage and a flat dollar amount. The attached document compares what the HRA reimbursements are currently under diversified benefit services and what they would look like under the district's new vendor, UBC. This change will be a benefit for the staff that have elected the HRA, and it will cost the district more, but the increase will be nominal based on the district's reimbursement over the last 3 years. There's a copy of that comparison in board docs show how much would be reimbursed for each year. One thing that I really like about this new reimbursement is the simplicity. Very easy for an employee to tell what they're going to get back based on what they paid for a copay. 50% up to that $90 maximum. So,
I think one thing that I'd add to that, for the school district, there's a cost savings in the move from diversified benefits to EBC. But there's an increased cost, but it's a slight increase in cost to the school district on the prescription payment and a savings to our staff on their prescription costs. Again, we're not anticipating that that's going to be a large amount, but it's a win for our staff because it's a simpler system and there'll be a financial savings in some cases. It's going to depend on where what they have for prescription benefits, but there isn't any situation where they'd be losing out on this change. And overall for the district, we anticipate those two things to come awfully close to balancing each other out. And if they don't, it's a very minor amount in one way or the other.
So all the tiers are the same. It's one, because they all read the same. I just want to make sure I'm reading that right. So basically it's 50% of your job up to $90.
And yes, but you have to look at the far left side. So it's that tier 1 and from 0 to 10. Then you are correct. Then it would go 50% up to $90. So then tier 2 is 10 to 35. Again, 50% up to that 90.
So of the 90 really only attaches to tier 4.
That's
Because nothing else would get to 90. So basically you get 50% reimbursement from the district for the first 3
That's correct.
tiers. Okay. I just wanted to make sure I wasn't like a typo, like it was just repeated 4 times, but okay.
Correct.
I'll make a motion to approve the change in the HRA prescription drug reimbursement as presented.
I'll second that.
Okay, Tracy's motion is seconded by Rick to approve the change in our HRA prescription drug reimbursement as we said. Questions? All in favor of approval, please signify with aye.
Aye.
Opposed? That motion clearly passes.
And our last item is the 2024-25 insurance open enrollment update. The HR department will be sending out open enrollment information next week and informing staff that the open enrollment period will begin on May 14th and conclude on May 28th. That doesn't sound right.
It's this week.
Yeah, this
So,
week.
yeah, when working on those notes, I
Sorry,
already
got
last
it.
week.
Thank you. Open enrollment starting, that's tomorrow. Concluding on May 28th. The Flex Medical and Flex Dependent open enrollment will also begin tomorrow and end on August 15th. And much thanks goes out to our HR department, Chris, Marcy, and Chris for all the hard work that they will be putting in over that. So thanks to them. Any questions on that? Okay, that's it, Joe.
Awesome. Very good, thank you for that. And new business is next up for us. A is our board committees and building representative update after reorganizing the board, which we do every year. That committee list is included for you. That task falls to yours truly, and I have made efforts to minimize changes while spreading the workload as best I can. So hopefully everybody is, and you've all done a wonderful job of rolling up your sleeves and tackling whatever tasks have fallen to those committees, which I would thank you for. So the new list is shown there, and there are a couple changes, so you're going to want to pay attention and see if you've moved around, but I have complete confidence that your skills will be deftly employed across all the committees. So, and then the building assignments are basically static, board member leading us, and I plugged the net into that open spot, and no one else changed. But I think that was my goal. So, our WASB delegate is Ed rather than Rick, and I think that's the extent of the changes. So, one additional announcement. So our previous HR committee that has been doing the negotiations, I would encourage to stay the course until we get through with our teacher negotiations. And the changes that I've made to that, we welcome the new people, and I guess that's Tracy, to jump into that, albeit some of the discussion that has happened prior to you getting on there will be a little catch-up work, but so that, any questions? I think that's the extent of that document. B is the school board calendar, and this is on here as an FYI. Carly updates this for us every year, plugs in the new dates, and the right-hand side of that document are WASB events, if you will, that happen sprinkled throughout the year. And our regular board meeting schedule is on the left side of that document, and it's 2 meetings a month with the exception of March when spring break robs us of a meeting. So I think the rest of those are all 2 meetings per month.
December.
Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah, good point. December, we avoid the holiday window to speak of, so 1 in December and 1 in March, and the rest are bi-monthly schedule.
I think the one other thing to note there is next year is similar to this year in that the 4th Monday of May falls on Memorial Day, so you can see there that May 27th is a Tuesday for that second board meeting in May of 2025.
And then the italicized meeting there, August 26th, we will be having a dual, 2 meetings in a row or back-to-back, whatever you want to call it. We'll have our annual meeting, and then we meet as a board and tackle a few cursory tasks following the annual meeting. All right, questions on anyone? Okay, that's it for new business. A short agenda tonight, which is awesome, always nice. Miscellaneous A is our staffing report.
I'll make a motion to approve the staffing reports as presented.
Second.
Thank you. Rick's motion to approve the staffing report is seconded by Ed. As you see it, and as Rich noted at the start of the meeting, it has an updated piece, so it's actually got an original and an update, but questions on either? All in favor of approval, please say aye.
Aye.
And opposed? It clearly passes. Gifts and donations are B. That list is included in board docs.
I'll move to approve the gifts and donations with gratitude.
Thank you. Tracy's motion is seconded by Jennifer to approve the gifts and donations to our district with our gratitude. Questions from anyone? All in favor of approval, please say aye.
Aye.
And opposed? That clearly passes. Meeting dates. What do we got looking at us, Mr. Donovan?
There are a number of upcoming meetings, so bear with me here as I walk through them. Our next regularly scheduled board meeting is 2 weeks from tomorrow. That's the The fourth Monday is Memorial Day, so that'll be a rare Tuesday meeting, May 28th at 6:30 here in the PDC. We have a school board legal workshop a week from today on Monday, May 20th at 6:30 p.m. An HR committee meeting following that, also on Monday, May 20th, the approximate start of the 8 p.m., but it will be immediately following the legal workshop. We have a joint finance and transportation committee meeting taking place on Wednesday, May 22nd at 4 p.m. That will be in the first floor conference room. We have a negotiation session that's scheduled for May 29th at 4:15 p.m. here in the PDC. And then we have a series of 3 community focus groups coming up. All of those will be 6:30 starts. All of those will be here in the PDC. And the first one is on Wednesday, May 22nd. The next 2 are on Wednesday, June 12th and Wednesday, June 26th.
Carly, would you mind sending those via email? The community focus
The
group
dates,
ones?
sure.
Please. Yeah, I was trying to write them
I was
all.
trying to do
Yeah,
it.
The new committees got moved, so I have to, yes.
And I think it goes without saying, Carly, notice those as possible forums.
Yep.
I mean, we would encourage all board members to come. If you've got a conflict, understood, but come. They will be recorded. Folks will have a chance to review them if you can't come, or if you can come to one but not all 3, by all means, do what you can. So,
Sorry, I meant the committee meetings as well as the
Yeah.
forums, because I think with the new committee assignments, some of us may not have had those other ones on our calendars. Sure. Thank you.
Yeah.
good reminder. Okay, good on meeting dates? That should be all of them? Okay, excellent. Ooh, we are on a nice pace here tonight. I don't want to seem anxious, but, so having said that, we do have an executive session scheduled. I will read the language that I need to read and get you the content of our meeting, and we'll have a motion to that effect once I get there. I would entertain a motion to go into executive session pursuant to Wisconsin statute 19.85 sub 1 sub E and 19.82 sub 1, deliberating or negotiating the purchase of public properties, the investing of public funds, or conducting other specified public business whenever competitive or bargaining reasons require a closed session. Topic of tonight is review of negotiations with MEA and next steps. So moved.
Second?
That was Rick, seconded by Tracy. And on that note, we'll go roll call vote with Annette and Tracy.
Yes.
And Rick.
Yes.
Joe is yes.